Hello everyone. Today we have to discuss about the functional development part 3 orthodontics. The Our first entity is the masticatory stages. There are the 6 stages of a mastication. Mastication also known as a chewing. First stage is the preparatory phase in which there is a increased salivation occur. Increased salivation. Second one is the food contact phase. Food contacts the teeth in and form the bolus. Here, bolus formation occur. Third one is the crushing phase. In this, teeth start crushing the bolus. Bolus get crushed. In fourth stage, this is the tooth contact phase. Fifth one is the grinding, and sixth is the centric phase. Centric phase. Centric phase means the deglutination or swallowing. This deglutination or swallowing also divided in the various stages. First one is the preparatory phase. Preparatory phase. Second is the oral phase of swallowing. Third one is the pharyngeal phase. Pharyngeal phase of swallowing. And fourth is the esophageal phase. First of all, we have to know about the two types of swallowing pattern, that is infantile swallow as well as a mature somatic swallow. Infantile as well as matured somatic swallow. In infantile swallow, infants until teeth eruption is swallowed, called as a infantile. And what is matured? Mature means a somatic. In adults as well as a children, swallow called as a matured swallow. This infantile swallow is occur like a plugger like action is associated with the nursing. The chick pad that flow between the posterior gum pads during nursing are opposited by the peripheral tongue. Associated with the tongue thrust is the anterior positioning of the mandible. Note that the concave midline contour of a dorsum of the tongue is involved in this. There is a persistent of an infantile swallow causes the tongue thrust habit. Due to the infantile swallow, there is a cause a tongue thrust habit. Tongue thrust habit. Let us enumerate the characteristic of a infantile swallow. Characteristics of infantile swallow. First one is the jaw are apart. Jaws apart with the tongue between the gums. Second is the mandible is stabilized primarily by contraction of the muscle to the seventh cranial nerve. Mandible is stabilized by contraction of muscles of the seventh cranial nerve. Which is the seventh cranial nerve? Facial nerve. And the interposed tongue and the tongue. Then third characteristic is the swallow is guided and to a great extent controlled by sensory interchange between the lips and the tongue. Controlled by sensory interchange. exchange between lips and tongue are the characteristics of the infantile swallow. Then next is the characteristic part of the mature swallow. First one is the teeth are together. The mandible is stabilized by the contraction of the fifth cranial nerve muscles. Then tongue tip is held against the palate above and behind the incisor. There are a minimal contraction of the lips. Minimal lip contraction. Tongue tongue tip is held together. Held